Here by a city math question. Okay, let's go with the information. Emily travels 60 miles on the highway and 16 miles on the local roads to reach her destination. On the highway, she traveled 30 miles faster than on the local roads. If her speed on local roads is 20 miles per hour, then what was the average speed in miles per hour during her entire trip? Okay, so here we have to find the average speed during our entire trip. Entire trip means like 60 miles on the highway and 16 miles on the local roads. And we have some information about the speed on local roads. That is Emily's speed on local roads is 20 miles per hour. Let me write the stuff over here. So on local roads, Emily's speed is 20 miles per hour. Let me write the stuff over here. And also let's write the speed on highway. So what is the speed of Emily on a highway? So there is an information on the highway, she traveled 30 miles faster than on local roads. So already we know the speed on local roads, that is 20 miles per hour. So on highway, it has to be 30 miles faster than this 20. Then what is the speed on highway? So 20 positive 30, that is 50 miles per hour. Okay, now we got the speed on the local roads and highway as well. Okay, our aim is to find the average speed during our entire trip. So immediately some students will do, that is they will find the average of these two speeds. So because they are asking us to find the average speed. Average speed means I have to find the average of these two speeds. Actually, it is not correct. So if you want to find average of two numbers, so what usually you will do is you will add the two numbers and divide the sum by 2. But when you find average of two different speeds, you cannot do it in the same way, like how we find average of two numbers. So it has to be done in a different way. There is a formula actually to find average of two different speeds. Let me write the formula here. So the formula to get average speed equals to, for during an entire trip, we have to divide the total distance. Let me write total distance for the entire trip divided by total time taken for the entire trip. Okay, so to get the total distance, we just have to add the number of miles on the highway, that is 60, and the number of miles on the local roads, that is 16. So 60 positive 16. So this is the total distance. And now we have to write the total time taken to travel 60 miles on the highway and 60 miles on the local roads. But we do not know the time. But we know the formula to find time. So that is distance divided by speed. Okay, so now let's find the time taken by Emily to travel 60 miles on the highway. So for that we have to write 60 in numerator, and speed on the highway is 50 miles per hour. So let's write 50 over here. When I simplify this one, so there is 10 goes into 60 6 times and 10 goes into 50 5 times. I'm getting 6 over 5 hours. So this is a time taken by Emily to travel 60 miles on the highway. Okay, now let's find the time taken by Emily to travel on the local roads. For that, we have to divide the distance on the local roads, that is 16, by the speed on the local roads is 20 miles per hour, that is 20. So both of them the greatest common divisor 4, that is 4 goes into 16 4 times and 4 goes into 20 5 times. We get 4 over 5 hours. Okay, now I got the time on the highway, that is 60 miles on the highway, and time taken to travel 16 miles on the local road, that is 4 over 5 hours. Okay, now let's find the total time taken for entire trip. For that we have to add these two timings, that is 6 over 5 hours positive 4 over 5 hours. So here we have a common denominator 5, so we can take the denominator in common and we have to add the numerators. When I do so, I'm getting 10 over 5. So when I divide 10 by 5, I'm getting 2, that is 2 hours. So for the entire trip, the total time taken is 2 hours. Okay, now we can write 2 for this total time. Let me write over here. So when I add 60 and 16, I'm getting 76 over 2. When I divide 76 over 2, I'm getting 38. So 38 miles per hour. So that is the average speed for the entire trip is 38 miles per hour. We find 38 in option D. The correct answer choice for this question is option D.